Yeah, that's 45, okay. Death no duelists. Ooh, more stuff to fucking sell. Like I truly need any of this. Alright, time for the last sports above the entire Let's Play.
It's nice to feel the breeze on your skin every once in a while.
Hey there, Hildy. How nice to run into you.
Same. So, what brings you here?
I had a craving for tea, so I came out here to pick some herbs.
Tea, huh? I might have to get in on that. Hey, is that a new bracelet? It's different from the one you wore yesterday, right?
Oh, this? Yes, a fan of mine gave it to me.
I really don't know how, but they made it so identical. No one can tell the difference. Can tell the difference? Can tell the difference. Sorry, I can words.
She looked up to me as a songstress before she became a soldier, and by sheer coincidence, we ended up assigned to the same army. The fact that she still supports me even now makes me happier than I can say.
Yeah, getting a gift from a supportive fan must be a pretty great feeling. Looks valuable, too. She must really like you.
Yes, it is rather nice, isn't it?
Wish I had a big fancy bracelet I could swing around.
You wear all sorts of accessories, don't you, Hildy? Also makeup and the like. Why, there's no one better in the whole army when it comes to such things.
She's probably the only one.
If that bar was any lower, it'd be rolling on the floor. Most folks here don't give fashion a second thought.
Because it's war. You know, easily get stuff like that's how it started when you're in war.
Still, I like to make my own accessories based on current trends.
You make them yourself? That's amazing! Oh, and speaking of recent trends, I hear plants are the latest and greatest thing.
No, plants.
Not flowers, mind, but complicated patterns such as ivy and vines.
That's right. I've been sort of obsessed with them lately. But the more elaborate I make them, the more delicate they are. I think a bracelet made like that would break too easily.
Ah, you have such dexterous fingers, Hildy.
That's sweet. But seriously, I'm not much of a craftswoman. Anyway, not to super abruptly change the subject, but what kind of makeup do you use? Are you all about the latest fashions, or do you tend to go more traditional?
Generally, I try to use those that are reputed to be good for the body.
Fair enough.
They say some cosmetics are actually quite unhealthy, which worries me.
I know what you mean, and you tend to not find out until it's way too late. I want to stay cute forever, so I've got to watch out for stuff like that and protect my skin.
Ugh, so true. But say, how about we continue this chat over some tea?
Are you kidding? I'd sit here and talk to you until the cows come home. Yeah, something's still not quite right here. Maybe the chest decoration is a little lonely? There's no way this accessory is good enough to sell in its current state.
Something wrong, Hildy?
Hey, Dorothea. Yeah, I'm actually trying to make a necklace, but it's not going well. I just can't shake that feeling. It's, I don't know, missing a little something, I guess. Anyway, I was just mulling over what I should do about it.
Oh, so this is one of your handmade accessories. I've wanted to see one for so long.
So long, it all felt like a couple of minutes later or something.
Might I offer an opinion?
Oh, absolutely! Give me the brutal truth. I can handle it.
This is fine workmanship. Much more elaborate than the goods you can buy off a common tinker. Ah, the chain is patterned after a vine. Yes, I see. Forgive an amateurish opinion, but what if you were to add some leaves under this floral decoration?
You mean it wasn't some leaves for what's no, because it was part of the same pattern.
If there were a pattern that bridged the flower and the vines, that might lend it the special something you feel like you're missing.
You know what? That just might do it. Yeah! I think you're really onto something there, Dorothea. Thanks a million. I'll give it a shot.
I'm glad I could help.
Oh, but now I'm going to come to you whenever I'm in a pickle about how to fix an accessory, you know.
I would be delighted. Say, do you have any interest in actually selling the items you make?
Huh? Wait, you think I could sell them?
As I said earlier, you rarely see goods of this quality. They could, for example, be used by an opera troupe.
Like the Middle Franc Opera Company?
Exactly. Stage costumes use all manner of accessories and ornamentations, you know. And once they're seen in such a setting, nobles from near and far will be clamoring to buy them.
Dorothea, I love you. I'm so happy I could scream. Actually, maybe we could keep the spirit of our newfound cooperation going. See, someday I actually want to open a school for craftspeople who make accessories like mine. And since you used to work at the opera company, maybe you could help me with the whole businessy side of things. I mean, opera people are pretty good with accessories and stuff, right? So, what do you think?
That's wonderful, Hildy. Oh, what ideas you think of! There are few jobs retired opera members can get, which was always a source of worry for the company. So let's definitely return to this conversation in the near future, all right?
Oh, I am so glad I met you, Dorothea.
Friendship! Alright. I guess amazing that was actually kind of a wholesome conversation to end on for the final support conversation in the Let's Play. Alright. Let's do this, the final paralogue. Under the protection of the Golden Deer, the former Count Gloucester pays Lysithea a visit, only to be interrupted when Luz reaches down with a man attack on Ordelia territory, because we just can't stop having them.
It's me, Count Gloucester, Lysithea von Ordelia.
Ah yes, please come in.
Thank you. Count Gloucester, I have come here in my father's stead, and must return to the front line soon. But I wish to formally apologize for any trouble caused by the recent events in Ordelia.
Oh? But my domain was left largely unharmed. In fact, if anyone is apologizing here, it should be me. I knew full well what was happening in Ordelia, yet was only able to dispatch a small force to aid you.
It is only natural that a house should prioritize the safety of its own domain. And besides, House Gloucester is tasked with protecting the crucial Great Bridge of Myrden.
Your understanding is appreciated. But for me, I fear this also has a personal component. It is true that I could not abandon the Great Bridge, yet your father has been my compatriot for many years, and I view him as a true brother-in-arms. Had something happened to him, I would never have been able to forgive myself.
I had no idea you held my father in such high regard.
I have always felt I owed him far more than I was ever able to give.
And what do you owe him exactly?
My lord, you have a messenger from the Federation army.
Send them through.
At once, sir.
Sorry to barge in like this.
My apologies.
What do you want?
Oh, hey, Lysithea. Didn't know you were here, but it actually saves me some time.
You are the mercenary captain who reports directly to His Majesty, yes? Has something happened?
A town south of here has been overrun by bandits, down in Ordelia territory.
What?
And here I had hoped all those rogues had been suppressed.
Me too, honestly, me too, but we are here.
It's just a ragtag group of anyone who managed to avoid extermination at the hands of the Federation. Looks like they all came together for one last hurrah. Since the town isn't too far away, I was asked to come here and see if you could spare any troops.
I will send all I can, but I fear it will be a scant force.
But surely the Federation will send reinforcements as well.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's sort of got their hands full preparing for the next battle. Honestly, they could barely spare me as a messenger.
I didn't realize Claude could be so cruel.
Hey, it's the truth. This is just bad timing. All the big names are scattered off in one place or another. I mean, take you. You're all the way out here apart from the main force, right?
Still your tongue. I'll have you know I'm here on very important business.
This bickering can wait. We need to mobilize what units we have at once.
We? Wait, you're coming?
Am I unwelcome?
Hey, the more the merrier. Welcome aboard.
I am glad to hear it, for any force would be lucky to have the great Irvin Fritz Gloucester on their side. My military prowess may not be as renowned as some, but I have bestrode many a battlefield in my day. Sadly, I could not lend much aid during the recent disturbances in Ordelia. But this is my chance to rectify that error.
In that case, we should be off.
I sure hope he knows what he's doing.
He'll be fine. Gain control of all strongholds. All 6 of them. You definitely won't be anything standing up here to possibly control either one. Not at all.
The bandits have completely taken over the town.
Then we will just have to take it back while we street to the tide. Let us split up and work on capturing each area.
Okay.
We'll seize every last stronghold.
Seize every last one of them.
You can count on me.
Yep. Whoosh.
Let's take it down at once.
Shit, don't you dare try to dodge that freaking bow knight. Get out of here. You know, donkey horse. Just trying to make sure I still have enough time to fight a lady amount of enemies necessary for getting the battalion, even though I'm barely changing battalions into that, which probably helps a lot.
These bandits are no match for nobles such as ourselves.
Yet they also lack the scruples of nobility. We should proceed with caution.
I got the enemies. Whoosh. Yeah, and I go to someone in the field as well. Probably not overdose.
You can
Alright.
count on me.
Let's go. Split in. Yep. Get out of here. Come on. Nah, I don't need to see ya. Whoosh. Yeah, enemies, regular enemies. 500.
I'm unstoppable.
Seeing you give it your all motivates me, too.
Pop. There we go.
I don't sense anyone from those who slither in the dark here.
I was wondering if we might run into them. Once I am disappointed that we didn't.
Heard a guy could really let loose. Hope we ain't too late for all the fun.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Great. More bandits.
Let us show them that the rule of law still holds strong in Ordelia.
They're actually trying to reclaim the strongholds? Oh, these brigands need a lesson on when to cut their losses and go home.
Let's take it down at once.
Hey, good night. Thank you.
It is a noble's duty to protect the commoner.
Whoop.
I told my son he must never forget that.
And he remains dedicated to that ideal. Perhaps a little too dedicated.
Watch closely.
Oh no. Half health, billion.
I'm not a child.
Take a breather.
Jesus. Okay. You know, Gloucester, some help would be appreciated. I'm just saying. Whoop. How are you already this low in health again? Jesus Christ, how many enemies are on you?
Take a breather.
Jesus.
By the by, Lysithea, is my son making himself useful in the Federation army?
Indeed, he is. The man's fervor is rivaled only by that of the king himself.
That should do it. Let us take care of the other bandits now.
Yeah, and every other stronghold possible, because more spawned because when they arrived. Jesus Christ. Awakening. We can say a Fire Emblem Awakening. Swoop.
My accomplishments won't mean a thing if I'm not still standing when the battle's over.
Slashing away at all the foes, slashing away at all my fiends. My fiends?
I had thought perhaps you did not like my father, Count Gloucester.
An understandable impression. We did tend to get into heated arguments at the Round Table. Your father and I have strong opinions about how best to protect our own territories and people. We are like-minded in that way.
Yes, I see that now.
I see it! I see it! I see the stronghold going down! Whoosh! Please! Come on, just need a few more enemies for this to be not necessary for me to do it anymore. Come on. Yep.
I understand that you often quarreled with the other lords at the Round Table as well.
My quarrels with the other lords were mere petty bickering. Only with your father did I exchange ideas on equal footing.
It's still fun to be had if we hold this place. So, if you want it, come and take it.
So what do you think I'm trying to do? Oh my god!
Yeah, right.
I've got this.
I won't let you fiends abuse this town for 1 minute more. They've taken the civic building. We must reclaim it with all speed.
It's just adds one more building for me to do. You're building on the corner of health. Game easy is fine. We'll protect them, I swear.
Cease this futility.
Hello, can you not? No.
You cannot defeat us.
Yes. And thank you. Still got a couple more items on you.
You should have given up when you had the chance.
Perish. Alright, there we go. Okay, please just
Still
get
improving.
these other strongholds captured before Gloucester perishes. That'd be real nice. I don't know this way. Hey, zoop. There we go.
I must
One
say,
more.
I've been rather worried about your father. I rarely saw him at the Round Table since his illness.
Your concern is appreciated. Sadly, I think his long years of overwork have finally caught up with him.
Looks like we've taken back most of the town.
Not bad at all, my friend. A shame that you were born a mere commoner.
We got nowhere left to run if you lose here. Plant your feet and fight to the death!
Okay.
Did they really think we would let them claim this town?
Here it comes!
I don't know if I got. Yeah, I got him. he was in the hood animation. I got him. Done and done.
Yes, we've done it.
Da 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 da.
You did well, Lysithea. Perhaps even better than myself.
We have
Thank
done
you
it.
for your assistance.
We have done it.
Not at all. I'm glad the town is safe once more.
I am moving the camera all about. Alright, I'll stop.
Thank you for your assistance, Count Gloucester.
Not at all. I only wish I could have been of more use. Sadly, my efforts paled in comparison to those of you and your mercenary friend here, Lysithea.
I wouldn't go that far.
Me either. Honestly, I figured you were gonna be dead weight, but you really held your own.
Such impertinence.
But it's a terrible thing to grow old. I hope you never have to do it, either of you. But like it or not, I admit I am past my prime. Still, these old bones did what they could.
You were a tremendous help, and I've no doubt my father will feel the same when I inform him.
Please do give him my best, and let him know that we are still the sturdy pillars of Leicester.
Of course.
That said, I am pleased to see your father has such a superlative heir waiting in the wings. Perhaps Count Ordelia might consider stepping down a tad early?
I cannot say.
As leaders, we often butted heads because we had to look out for the interests of our own realms. But once we have both passed on our title, we could simply be friends. And that is something I would greatly look forward to.
That reminds me. You mentioned earlier that you owed him something?
Ah, yes. It's something of a longer tale, but perhaps now is the time to tell it.
Okay.
When you were still quite young, the Empire often saw fit to meddle in House Ordelia's affairs. As I was on the outside looking in, I was never able to discern any of the particulars. But even as a bystander, it was clear that your father's hardships were considerable. Yet, I did nothing. As leader of the pro-imperialist lords at the time, I could little more than stand by and watch.
Your actions are completely understandable. The Empire would have brazenly ignored any protests of their political interference. As such, we had no choice but to endure their tyranny.
It must have been difficult for you as well. Still, I should have spoken out, if nothing else. I owed your father that much.
I see.
I cannot change the past, but I hope I might help your father live out his remaining years in peace. Perhaps we could take tea together sometime. Reminisce on the old days.
I'm certain he would love that.
Hey, tea with a friend sounds pretty nice.
Yes, I am brimming with good ideas.
Clearly, we're having all of them, clearly.
For I am Irvin Fritz Gloucester, after all.
Okay. I might as well claim the supplies now because it's gonna be knowing what comes next. It's gonna be immediately one thing to another. Also, 1169.